Minor spoiler warning for everything up to the Dressrosa arc. Power scaling. Love it, hate it, it gets us anime nerds talking. Everyone's always arguing over some kind of agenda, be it the Ant King versus All Might, or Gojo versus Boruto's dad. And I've always wondered, what do the publishers and writers think about all this fan squabbling? Better yet, how would the characters react to all this chaos online? Well, I got my answer when I did the Weeb pilgrimage and visited Nippon for the first time last year. There I was in Kamurocho, surrounded by thugs, beating them up one by one, when I suddenly stumbled upon it, deep in an alleyway in a crevice, an obscure yet official One Piece story, where your boy Zoro gets himself into the middle of a power scaling war. And it turns out that good old Mosshead is something of a rat himself and starts advocating for how he's the strongest swordsman around. This tale comes from the Straw Hat Stories, a Japanese exclusive collection of shorts, each themed after a different member of our favorite crew. Some of these were originally serialized in One Piece magazine, while others are original. Now, initially I was just gonna read out from it, a translated version, because I know not everyone is Nihongo Jozu. But after a while, I realized how boring that would be, just, me sitting down like it's story time. So I decided to go the extra mile, commission some art, and basically make a full-blown animated adaptation of the short. Now, when I decided to do this, the good folks at Toei seemed to have no intention of adapting this as well. However, while finalizing this, they went and announced a special, partially inspired off of this novel, by the great Megumi Ishitani and her team. I'm beyond certain they're going to knock it out of the park. That being said, given the runtime and the length of some of these shorts, I highly doubt that they're going to fully adapt all of these stories. So my hope is that this video can still be a fairly good companion piece. Salutations everyone, I'm Mega Feeso, and today with the aid of some super special guests, we're gonna be looking at that time Zoro became a power scaler.
Our story picks up in a bar in the city center of Dressrosa, the land of flowers, passion, and rubble. You see, our tale takes place just 2 days after the Straw Hats' triumph over the Don Quixote family. In short, the country might be rebuilding, but everyone is still in high spirits, as with the birdcage gone, their futures are as free as the boundless sky above.
Are you okay, sir?
I want to keep drinking, but my belly's getting cold.
Maybe that's why our pal here drinks in a haramaki.
Oh, that's a lot of swords you got there. You a sword merchant?
No way! What kind of sword merchant carries his merchandise on his hip?
Speaking of swords, we never finished that discussion we had on the way over here.
You're right. We never settled it.
What? Aren't you too sick of that topic yet?
No way. Not until he admits it. The world's strongest swordsman is definitely Hawkeye Mihawk.
You're crazy. Pirate Hunter Roro Noah Zoro is the greatest. I'm drunk and I know that.
Does it really matter?
Of course it does, rookie. What do you think?
I haven't really thought about it. Besides, I'm not sure those two are the only contenders.
Fair enough. Guess we narrowed it down too soon.
Hey, that's an interesting conversation you're having. Mind if I get in on it?
Sure, but I don't care what anyone says. I saw Mihawk during the Paramount War. He cut an iceberg the size of an island. There is no doubt in my mind he's the best.
Man, you talking about practice. I'm talking about the game. And if we're talking about the game, just 2 days ago, Zoro was fighting that Don Quixote family officer. What was his name again? Oh yeah, Pika. Zoro cutting that supersized monster is way more impressive.
Yeah, that soprano bastard was a pain.
I heard all about their fight, but I wasn't actually close enough to see it myself.
What do you think, Rook? What's the more impressive feat? Mihawk cutting the iceberg? or Zoro slicing Pika?
I'm still not sure I'd vote for either of them.
Well, who else is there?
No, hey, the man's got a point. Who else is a contender in your mind other than Mihawk or Zoro?
Let's see, who else?
This should be good.
How about that subordinate of Whitebeard's, Flower Sword Vista? He uses two-sword style, and I heard he briefly crossed blades with Mihawk at Marineford. You must have seen him there too, right?
Oh, yeah, Vista. Ah, okay.
Oh, I just remembered red-haired Shanks was at Marineford too. He's also an amazing swordsman. I heard he and Mihawk were rivals back in the day, and he stared down Fleet Admiral Sakazuki without flinching. So, maybe he's the strongest.
Maybe, but I don't remember him doing anything particularly impressive with his sword.
Speaking of Marineford, what about us Marine swordsmen? There's a couple of us that are pretty good, like...
Quit talking about Marineford already. It's not fair.
Huh? Not fair? What's not fair about it?
It's just that some swordsmen like Roronoa Zoro couldn't be at Marineford. So it's not fair to just focus on it.
He couldn't be there. How would you know that?
Well, I just got that impression.
Anyway, when deciding the world's strongest, you can't forget about the Samurai of Wano. There's that one guy, Ryuma, I think?
Ryuma?
Oh, Ryuma, I've heard of that guy. He's that legendary dragon-slaying swordsman, right?
Yeah, he sure was tough. Although, I guess strictly speaking, it was Brook's shadow, and he just happened to be in Ryuma's body, so...
What are you on about?
Huh? Oh, nothing.
Anyway, the thing is, that Ryuma guy is long dead, right? So how strong was he really? I mean, I guess he became a legend for a reason, but there's no real way of knowing, so yeah, we're gonna have to put him to the side for now.
You hear that, Rook? We're back to talking about Zoro versus Mihawk. Hurry up and cast your vote so we can settle this.
Huh? You mean my vote is the decider?
Yep, it's all up to you.
You guys are putting a lot of pressure on me.
Out with it already.
Well, if I had to choose, then I guess my vote is for Mihawk.
What? Why not Zoro?
I suppose it comes down to his image.
Huh?
His image? I mean, I guess going off of his bounty photo, he's got a standard, tough, pretty boy look going on.
Oh, yeah?
For me, I just can't take that Haramaki seriously. Not only that, but his green hair isn't exactly scary.
What's he meant to do about that? Dye it pink?
What's got your panties in a bunch?
Oh yeah, he uses 3-sword style, right? Then he puts his extra one in his mouth. But that seems so tiring for your jaw and neck muscles.
I mean, how are you even meant to say your technique names with a sword in your mouth? It's silly. Look at me.
What did you say?
Onigiri.
You just haven't trained enough.
It's funny how you know his move names, sir, considering you're pro Mihawk.
True. Onigiri.
I can't understand you at all, sir.
You bastards.
Alright. Maybe it's the beer talking, but you've convinced me. I'm changing my mind. It's gotta be Mihawk.
You can't just go and change your mind.
But not being able to say your own technique names seems so lame.
You morons just don't have the jaw strength for it.
You're getting so defensive. Do you think Zoro's the best then?
I never said that exactly.
Don't get mad. Let's keep drinking. Tell you what, tonight's our treat.
Yeah, let's make it a celebration of Dressrosa's newfound freedom. Huh, that's weird. You're a lot stronger than you look, mister.
A macho merchant.
Hey, are you sure? You're up for covering the tab today?
I just said so, didn't I?
In that case, thanks for the drinks.
What happened to the barrels? There's booze everywhere.
Hey, everybody! Feel free to drink this place dry! There's no need to hold back! These noble Marines here are treating us all to celebrate the liberation of Dressrosa!
No way. Unless...
Are you him?
What are you guys talking about? It's like you guys said earlier. I'm just a sword merchant who likes to work out.
And that wraps up our little puppet show. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, before we move on to the discussion portion of the video, I think it's only right that we give it up for our amazing cast. In our starring role as Roanoa Zoro himself, we have an amazing voice actor and super talented YouTuber known for his hilarious Let's Plays, Prince Vegeta. As our timid junior officer Specs, we have the Queen of Shorts herself, the cartoon guru, the Chestnut Tanuki. As both the narrator and Beardy, we have everyone's favorite One Piece theorist and current member of the OPLA writing staff, Mr. Randy Troy. Finally, as the Navy's hot-tempered drunkard, Tubby, we have my brother-in-law. Yeah, scheduling for the third guest kind of fell through. But you know, something, good chance to bond, I guess. Anywho, this was definitely a fun little story, wasn't it? All these shorts slot fairly seamlessly into the timeline. But it's not exactly what the kids would call canon. Sure, Oda's name is on the cover, but I doubt he did anything more than approve of the very basic concept of these shorts. No, our writer here is Tomohito Osaki, a light novel veteran on series like Naruto and Guns. Still, I found the stories here super interesting, particularly the Zoro one, as it stuck out as a fun but quirky bit of meta commentary about the shonen fanbase and our tendency to rip each other to pieces over who's got the biggest power level. It shows that the good people at Shueisha know exactly what their fans are like. I honestly cracked up when I read about how fickle they were, basically deciding to go with Mihawk over Zoro because his look is a bit cooler, I guess. It just shows that you don't want to cater to these kinds of people, but it's fun to acknowledge and get involved in some of these debates sometimes. Also, I lost it when they were arguing over whether or not Shanks counts as a real swordsman. I swear I didn't add that in. It genuinely says that in the text. I also think Zoro's super in character given how competitive he is. He starts super gassed up when the Marines glaze him, only to become incredibly salty later, when we've got this hilarious oh snap moment when he decides to open all the booze kegs, just to be petty like that, you know. And the cherry on top of this pettiness is that he proved to them that he could speak with the sword in his mouth. I'm super looking forward to see what the good folks at Toei are gonna do with this material. Part of me is a bit bummed that they're blowing it all on one special, because I think they could have gotten a few decent filler episodes from these shorts. But then again, I'm actually just glad that they're adapting light novels at all at this point, because usually you don't see that with One Piece. And that's a shame, because shows like Naruto adapt their light novels all the time. But what do you guys think? Did you like content like this, adapting this kind of unadapted material? I mean, if you did, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're there, you know, you can leave a like and subscribe, maybe share the video. You know, a little love, it doesn't hurt, but whatever, no pressure. Speaking of showing love, I can't thank everyone enough. Prince Vegeta, Randy, Chestnut, you all brought this to life. Yes, even my brother-in-law. And you guys were so patient with me, because I'm gonna be real, this was a bit of a struggle to make. I had to learn how to edit with Premiere to do the puppeting, my PC died on me, and I went through just some stupid drama and real life struggles, so like, getting this done was super gratifying for me. And I know I wouldn't have had the motivation to do it if it weren't for all you guys deciding to help me on it. I'd probably still be trying to animate it in the 3D models as well if it weren't for the artist who I commissioned, PamkinPinguin, and I also enlisted my fellow editor Seph. And to wrap up my thank yous, I want to give a huge shout out to AnimeAjay and KaitouYahiko for being great friends and helping me out with networking and learning how to premiere and thumbnail. Y'all are the best, seriously. Anywho, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it and stuck around to the end. If you did, let me know down there who you thought won the debate. Or, you know, maybe there's some person the Marines didn't even consider, and we can start a debate of our own. I mean, I wouldn't mind the engagement, you know. Till then, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.